Absolutely, Tumi. Let's keep engaging on those social media platforms and let us know your thoughts. But we are in the Afternoon Express kitchen, and you know what that means. We have Chef Tumi. Tick, we've already seen her. So we're missing a favorite. Chef Jay.
And girls, I finally get to be the cheese to the sandwich. I'm usually one of the buns, but today I get to be the cheese. So
I love that analogy.
You listen, front and center, middle center, the most important king. And we are still continuing the celebration of all things pasta, ne?
We are. And we're going to be doing something very luxurious and very delicious now.
Well, let's get into it. Summer is here, and that means light and refreshing meals are the order of the day. Just like this fresh asparagus and pea pasta with a spicy, zesty, and crunchy pangrattatos. Now, it is a mouthful, I do know that, but you are just absolutely going to love it because it is so good and it's worth sharing, thanks to Clover Butro. Now, guaz.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been learning Italian from the top of the week. But I'm loving the fact that not only are we incorporating the flavors of Italy within our kitchen, but we're also, getting in with the local culture and language.
No, girl, we got to get into it. Pangrattato simply means breadcrumbs in Italian. It's not that difficult. And some people also refer it to poor man's parmesan. It's a nice finishing touch to your pasta if you don't have, the parmesan running around, which we often don't always have,
Tumi, can you show me?
You've got it.
Here it is. So, like we said, it technically is just breadcrumbs in Italian, but the only difference here is that it's been flavored with a lot of different things, and we've chosen to flavor it right now with some chili flakes, and then we also have some lemon zest in here. So how we did it, that normally people can buy their breadcrumbs, but we want to, because we want to show you the essence of this Italian dish, we're showing you the pasta and the topping. So we're going to be starting with our Clover Butro. We're going to be spreading it generously on our bread. Now, made with the goodness of dairy, Clover Butro is tasty, it is smooth and spreads easily. Just look at this, it's so velvety.
Sure. It feels like it should come with a sound effect.
Exactly. It's so velvety smooth. It feels like something you can even put on your skin. It's so beautiful. So it's great for this because spreading it on the bread makes for a tasty pangrattato that we're going to put on our pasta. So all I'm doing is spreading our Clover Butro over there. And then the flavorings we're choosing, like I said, we've got some chili flakes over here. And then we're also adding some of our zest. Now, if you want to, you could change it up and add whatever flavors of your choice. But just make sure that those flavors work well with what your dish is going to be. So you don't want to go and use something that is completely opposite, like lavender and peas, or lavender and something that's completely opposite. Just make sure the flavors work. Yeah. This goes into the oven to bake for 4 to 5 minutes, just until it's golden brown, and then we blend it up, and then over to Jay.
Tooms, can you pass it over? Let's give Pali a bit of a smell of that, and she can really get... and you've got a fork there, so give it a taste, Pali.
It looks incredible.
And the other great part is, unlike Parmesan, where after a certain time it doesn't keep well, once you've made the pangrattato, like you said, Jay, it keeps in an airtight container for like up to 5 days, right? So it is something that also goes a long way. You don't have to worry about it spoiling too easily.
This is very surprising. You have to try this at home. And it's just the simplicity of putting it together also is something truly remarkable. It is flavorful, it is tasty, the chilies are chillying, and that lemon zest is definitely coming through as well. I also wasn't sure about the texture of it, but it's soft, but still adds that crunch.
Yeah.
And you
Best of both worlds.
Exactly, Pali, and you can really go wild with it. If you want it a bit more crunchier, don't make it too fine, but you can also make it fine enough for everyone to enjoy. But we're going to head over now to the actual pasta. So I've got some asparagus now. Everyone hates asparagus.
Not me.
But I love it.
I love asparagus.
Okay.
I love it.
Team asparagus.
Okay, so what I've done is I've just chopped off about 2 centimeters off the end. That sort of part of the asparagus is usually quite stringy, not that tender when it cooks down. A little bit of oil in the pan, and you can see I've got quite a nice high heat in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go in and squeeze a little bit of lemon. We want it bright, we want it fresh. Pasta is all about that freshness. A little bit of garlic in there, and you can see how the heat is just getting to
popping.
So we're going to just...
The color on that asparagus is something that is just... I'm envious of that green.
So we're just going to add a little bit of fresh cream in there. You can see this is a really simple pasta dish, and we're keeping the flavor in the pangrattato. That's the hero of the dish. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Again, you can use any kind of cheese you would like in this dish. You can use cheddar, you can use some Gouda. Tooms, what kind of cheeses would you put in your pasta sauces?
Okay, so there's a cheese that I definitely love. It's called an Edam cheese, but there's also Havarti cheese. So any of those, you know, tasty aged cheeses for me would definitely work in something like this. And I'm loving that you've carried through those flavors, the zest that's on the pangrattato, the lemon that's in there. Look at Pali's face. It speaks for itself.
Go.
You guys know I'm a Zulu girl.
We do.
I'm a meat eater.
You are?
I'm not missing the meat.
Right?
Not missing the meat.
I'm not missing the meat. It is delicious. The veggies are still crunchy. The sauce is so thick. It's so creamy. It's luxurious. To me, you were right when you said luxurious.
Luxurious.
But also the freshness of that lemon that just cuts through is something that you have to try at home. This is delicious.
It is delicious. And now, friend, I'd like you to finish that off because I've already booked that plate. It is mine.
It is so good and worth sharing. So get your hands on this recipe. Simply head over to
AfternoonExpress.co.za.
Nayo, okay.